Hey guys, I'm not looking all my absolute best, but it's been a few days. I'm back home from my surgery. I'm kind of sitting in the kitchen right now because I can only stand and walk in short spurts right now. I think I'm on, what is it, day like 4 of recovery. Ow. I'm told that I'm actually recovering quite quickly. And, I've promised to share just about every part of the journey with you guys. Those who have been following have already seen, the picture my surgeon was kind enough to take of the skin that he cut off. I've shown you already all the pictures of my sagging skin as it's hanging from me. What it looked like. Now you guys got to see what it looked like being taken off, which is kind of interesting. So, I originally had 2 drains put in. One's already been removed because I guess there wasn't much fluid coming out of my left side because the tubes go up, the one on each side of the abdomen. So that's pretty cool. I'm not having to rely on any narcotic painkillers, just occasionally at the end of the day, like a muscle spasm thing, just because being hunched over in poor posture all day long is, takes its toll on your core stabilizers. I'm definitely out of it. I'm still freaking exhausted. What I want to let you guys know, I'm doing great. I can almost stand straight up. So I've got most of that back. I just can't wait till, some of this bloating goes down. It doesn't even look like much bloating, but then again, I've got a compression garment. So, while I'm doing all this yappy time, I'm giving you guys a heads up. If you don't want to see anything you might think grosses you out, I'm not going to show any nudity or whatnot. Possibly later on I'll take pictures so you can actually see what the flesh looks like, and I can just, block out the genitals so you don't see the scary stuff. But I know that there's going to be people who are curious about what the scar looks like, as well as what the early stages of the healing of my breast implants look. So stay tuned to that. Right now, this is just a quick, update on how I'm doing and stuff like that. And I'll show you, my little compression bra and the basic compression girdle, and show you that stuff. But let's get on the business. So, as you know, I used to be 300 pounds, size 26. Pre-surgery, I was 150, 152, depending on if I'm bloating that day. And so that's about 150 pounds lost. Yay. Size 6 is what I was wearing. I can't wait to see what happens when my bloating goes away, because I'm really hoping that I'll be able to start wearing my size 4s regularly. Great. So at the beginning of my transformation, I was probably an F to a double F cup, like huge girly bits. And I completely lost them. Last year, I had a breast lift just because emotionally and mentally I couldn't handle pancakes, boobies. There's no tissue left in them. It's just the sacs. So now, this year, I got implants to replace my breasts. I had been brought down to about a small B cup. I mean, you could actually see the pectorals now. I had like nothing. Nothing against small-breasted women, but being someone who's always been very large-chested all my life, it's just something I mentally can't, I need boobs. It's just who I am. It's the, when I look in the mirror, I want to see me. And me is a busty woman. So I haven't gone up unrealistic. I made sure to stay that. The breast implants that I got are subpectoral, which means they actually cut away a little bit of the attachment points of the breast, or the pectoral, I should say, and created a pocket beneath that, and they put about the top 1/3 of the implant underneath. The reason for this is so that the breast actually will slope more naturally And, you know, like a lot of times if you see, you know, really lean women, especially maybe like competitors, you know, fitness competitors, you start to actually see the implant. So chest, and all of a sudden this round globe that's like stuck under their skin. It's obviously fake. So when you go subpectoral, you have the ability to make it look more natural, and they're going to hang more naturally for that. Can't wait to show off a little bit of more, you know, when the bloating goes away with the rest of the skin, because it is amazing to see the flat stomach. Now, I do have a scar from hip bone to hip bone, and almost like a little smiley face, and it goes right along the pubic line. Most of my scar tissue, you know, the stretch marks on my stomach are actually gone, which is even, you know, happier for me. Again, no big deal against it. I didn't care. But I thought I'd give you guys at least a little idea of what it looks like to wear, like, compression garments. This kind of sucks, but you got to deal with it. So, ta-da-da. Some of you have probably seen these kind of bras. They're for, you know, whatnots. So, I'm actually standing pretty straight up right now. I got a bit of the hunch. So, for those who saw me as a small-chested girl, I'm probably going to be sitting at a D cup. So, very, very nice shape. I mean, it's still kind of a weird squarish thing because they haven't actually dropped. I don't know if you can actually see, but this one's still sitting high. So it has quite a bit still of a bulge here, while this one is actually, you know, a little bit more smoother, a little dropped. They say that a lot of the times your dominant arm that you use most for like the lifting and strength, that takes a little bit longer for the swelling to come down as well as the dropping because you're using it. So let's angle this. This is my second compression garment. And yes, I got panties on, don't worry, you're not going to see nothing. So here's my tube. I only got one left. And it actually does connect right into the outside of the vagina. I mean, you've got your pelvic bones, your pelvic lines, and then, you know, where your pubic hair is. There's a hole, and the tube goes. Yesterday, they actually pulled the other one out and stuff. But like I said, day 4, so I'm standing pretty straight right now. You know, got this huge contraption around that helps to keep me from bloating too bad. Yeah, my little old boy panties going on. But doing pretty good. You know, being able to stretch and stand straight up. One of the things that makes it easier for me to stand straight up, which is why I love giving a shout out to my surgeon, Andrew Gabriel. His location is over near Peace Health Hospital, or Southwest Medical is another way of saying it. Up here in Vancouver, Washington, and I have absolutely no problem giving people his information. I adore this man. One of the things he did for me to actually decrease the pain and encourage the recovery a lot more is I actually had Botox injected into the my abdomen after, you know, because they sew together the rectus. No, wait, the linea alba. Sorry. Teachers of mine who are watching this probably almost slapped me in the head for forgetting that. So the linea alba, it's like a tendon going from, you know, like your sternum all the way down, and that's where it holds the two abs, you know, your little six-packs. That's what it holds. And so when you become obese or you have babies, it starts to stretch out a bit. So with the tummy tuck, one of the things they do is they actually sew it tighter. And that actually will help, you know, give you a bit more of a hourglass shape too, because it's pulling them in. That's really traumatic. So my doctor actually puts in low dosage of Botox into the muscles, which will prevent it from doing the healing spasms and freaking out and locking up, which is actually giving me the ability to stand up sooner and more mobility with less pain. I naturally have a high pain tolerance anyways because I weight lift and I'm used to DOMs. And I've got to admit, that's actually what this feels like right now. is like I did a really hardcore chest nab exercise. The only real pain that I'm dealing with is actually in my low back, and that is due to not being able to walk properly. So it's just, you know, so much strain. I'm relying on like my quads and my low back in order to maintain stability right now, and it frickin' sucks. So definitely kind of out of it, you know, mentally, just because everything. I'm trying to keep up on my nutrition, bulk cooking. You know, I'm probably going to be putting a shout out at some point, probably in the next few days if my son, you know, can't, you know, a little bit too difficult with assisting me. I'll probably be eating a lot of ground chicken, ground anything, and pasta. Because trying to cook right now, no. It's about, okay, I'm at the 11-minute mark. I don't want to keep rambling, but I wanted to give you guys a heads up of what's going on and what I basically look like right now. Probably once a week I'll put up like a small video letting you guys see the changes and stuff. I'll figure out you know, how I'll go about letting you guys see like pictures of like the swelling, you know, the way the breasts look and whatnot. I'll always put qualifiers on them for, you know, anybody who doesn't want to see any of this stuff to, you know, just not watch the video or, you know, look away type thing. But I know that there's a lot of people out there who may be taking the same road I am, in the sense of once they get their obesity, you know, taken care of and they lose all the weight, they want to have more realistic idea of what's going to happen in their body and what it entails to fix it if they so choose. You know, some people are really lucky and their stomach skin goes back and they have like minimal loose skin or whatnot. I unfortunately was not one of those people. I had a huge, again, 4.5 pound sheet of flesh that is not going to go away. Talking to my surgeon, I may still need one more surgery for my inner thighs, you know, like a thigh, almost butt lift type thing, just because that skin is also too damaged. My arms, you know, luckily, I've got some, but I've been able to build my muscles up enough. I don't plan on forever having gigantic, you know, muscled arms, but it's kind of a means to an end. And, you know, once I've healed with this, I'm going to be spending a good year or two building the booty, building the thighs. Essentially, just give myself some really good thunder thighs with a big ass. And hopefully it's filling the muscle up to the skin and then slowly, you know, bringing it back down. Otherwise, I might have to do some more skin if I can't handle living with the way it looks. But that's the future. So this is what I'm doing right now. This is how I'm feeling. As you know, traumatic and serious of a surgery this was, I gotta say it's not that bad. Maybe it's just the doctors or whatnot. But if you live in the Vancouver, Portland area and you want to know of an amazing doctor who the services he provides, like the scar tissue treatment, I actually get scar tissue treatment for this. It's lasering treatment, so, you know, some of the biggest complaints is, you know, the raised skin, and you've got this gigantic scar here and it's really noticeable. Part of the procedures that's actually added into his fees is treatment that actually reduces the density of the scar, so you can barely feel it, and then more of a different type of lasering treatment that takes away the pigmentation so that you can't really even see the scar tissue. When I show, you know, possibly the pictures of the breast later on, you'll see, you know, like what a 1.5 years of treatments on my breast lift scars. It's not bad. So, yeah, Dr. Gabriel, fucking awesome. I love this dude. He is amazing. But I'm going to let you guys go. I'm rambling, and I want to go lay down again. Okay, talk to you guys later. Bye.